For the land of the
2K Sports presents the NBA Monday Night Bet. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Bradley. Seth Curry is out there with Simmons. Then there's Harris. And it's Green in at the small forward. And for the Hawks, they've got Trae Young. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Herter in at the point guard. Here's Herter. Young outside. 5 on the clock. Bucket is good. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. Here's Herter. Bogdanovich looking around. Count that bucket. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And here is Simmons. 14 points from him the last game against San Antonio.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
Now here's Curry. 4-point game. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And Bradley gets it to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Young against Curry. Count it. Good.
Unlike some great perimeter shooters, Trae Young is consistently probing for the best look.
Outside, Simmons. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And he drops it in from the low post.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
Doesn't go that time. Bradley with some nice D. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Curry. And that one goes long. The Hawks leading. And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons. His age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
Here's Simmons following the 3 by Atlanta. Now Curry. He picked up 21 points in their last win against San Antonio. This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Collins. Alinari comes in for Bogdanovich. Tony Snell's checked in for Young. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Kevin Herter. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Bradley. Mike Scott comes in for Tobias Harris. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Danny Green. And Maxey's subbed in for Ben Simmons. Snell, no good. Curry against Gallinari. Curry passes to Howard. They double-team Howard. Here's Scott. And the 76ers get it back. Howard can't hit.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Gallinari outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Milton finds Curry. And he gets the bucket. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Atlanta. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Majority of the night, they were in attack mode. Tremendous effort all the way around.
Here's Snell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside for Rondo. Fires for three. Snell, no good. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And this is his second trip to the line in the game. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in. Philadelphia also making some changes. Korkmaz comes in for Shake Milton. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Maxey. Outside for Rondo. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Young. Clock at 6. Misses in close. Here's Scott.
Impressive defense by Gallinari. He has some size, and he has good
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. 76ers on top, up 1. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Atlanta, we've got Gallinari. Rajon Rondo is out there with Young. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Fernando in at the pivot, manning the middle. On the wing, Scott. Now, here's Thybulle. He had 10 points in the win against San Antonio.
And he did great work on the defensive end, too, with 3 steals on the night.
And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
And Young kicks to Okongwu. Rondo against Scott. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Young outside. Banked in off the glass. Young's got 6 points.
He's fearless. Trae Young knows he's probably going to take contact, and it doesn't matter at all.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. John Collins, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Gallinari. Tony Snell's checked in for Trae Young. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Green passes to Maxey. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
Passes like this demonstrate Snell's team-first approach. He's all about getting it to the open guys.
There's the pass to Maxey. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Korkmaz. He's covered by Bogdanovic. Maxey passes to Brandt. Over Okongwu. No good off the front iron. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
Here's Herder. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Here's Korkmaz. He is covered by Bogdanovich. Korkmaz passes to Bradley. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Collins. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
The power and the tenacity that this kid shows. Collins not to be denied.
So for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Young is subbed in for Kevin Herter. And then for Philadelphia, Matisse Thybulle checked in for Korkmaz. And it's Shake Milton in for Green.
And Collins said so himself. He believes he'll be a max contract player when he hits free agency.
You know what, GA? I love the confidence from him. And you look year to year, his numbers are improving at an unbelievable rate. He just might get that max contract.
Young looking it over. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Out to Harris. Pass to Maxey. Collins against Harris. And 2 free throws coming up, unable. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Young's shot is off.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
It's stolen by Capella. And now here comes Collins leading the break. 1 second left. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K, a competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. Some good action during the period. That's all for now.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
And so in the game for the 76ers, Seth Curry is out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Tobias Harris. Then there's Bradley. And it's Green in at the small forward spot.
The veteran presence of Danny Green keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
Puts it up from 12. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 1.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Curry is inside. He is covered by Bogdanovich. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Passes to Bradley. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Simmons. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time, costly.
Scotty's checked in for Harris. Bogdanovich against Simmons. Capella, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got 4 points this quarter.
just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It's a tight contest. Those type of plays can fire up your team and swing momentum.
It's stolen by Bradley. And now Philadelphia on the break. Simmons is running. And the wide open shot from Green. His three-pointers off the mark. The Hawks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Collins dishes to Bogdanovich. Oh, that's offensive interference. So for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Collins. Gallinari comes in for Hill. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Bogdanovich. Korkmaz, he's checked in for the 76ers. Simmons with it. 8 points for him. Gregor, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Maxey passes to Brantley. Good work defensively by Capella. The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
Bruno Fernando's checked in for Capella. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Howard's checked in. Young outside. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
You know, defensively, you try to do everything possible to get a hand up on Young's shot, but he just ignores the contact and plays through it.
It's blocked. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Herter passes to Young. 56 seconds left here in the third quarter. Drops in the layup for 2.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Howard in the post. To the middle. Milton finds Howard. Now, here's Maxey. Shot to stop the run. Howard misses.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
Come on.
And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. That's tipped. Here's Young. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Left side Curry. Here's Milton. The putback, and Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got his first 2 points of the night. The third quarter comes to a close. The Hawks on top, leading by 5. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Gallinari is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Collins, then it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Snell in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Look at the leaping ability of Tony Snell. Gets up over the defense and slams it in.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Young comes in for Rajon Rondo.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
And here's Young. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Capella against Curry. Poked loose. Dishes it to Harris. Outside for Curry. Shoots over Capella. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Beautiful ball movement. Draw and kick. The defense can't catch up.
The Hawks leading by 5. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Young dishes to Capella. Outside, Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 6. And the shot goes in.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Simmons looking around. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Bruno Fernando's checked in for the Hawks. Collins comes in for Bogdanovich. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Bradley's checked in for Dwight Howard. Young against Curry. Young left side to the paint. Shot on the wing. Here's Capella. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
And a great display of physicality from Capella. He's not one to shy away from contact.
Free throw no good for Capella. The 76ers trail by 9. Curry passes it to Harris. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Down low, Bradley. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Young from the arc. Atlanta again missing. The 76ers trail by 7. Here's Milton. Tries from 10. Rebound by the Hawks. Fernando's got 4 rebounds now tonight. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Milton. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Atlanta. To the middle. Stolen away. Now Young. Lays it up and banks it in. Young's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hawks.
Incredible night for Trey. Has direct involvement in nearly every facet of this offense.
Milton with it and guarded by Capella. Here's Bradley. That one no good. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Green against Young. Back to Collins. Hawks passing it around. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
The 76ers with another miss.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Capella against Simmons. Pass to Young for the three. Drills the three-pointer. And the Hawks lead by 14.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
No answer for Simmons, a tenacious scorer who finishes with muscle through contact.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now, here is Young. From deep. Off the mark. And so Atlanta takes this one by a... All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Yo, I'm the 2K MC, and I'm excited for what's coming up in the neighborhood. Who's ready to have some fun? This weekend, check out Rush 3v3. Win 4 games in a row for a chance to score VC, exclusive My Player items, and more. On Wednesday, make sure you head to the cages, because all day long, you can jump high and earn double rep. Next weekend, get
And we've got time.
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And for Philadelphia, Ben Simmons is out there with Curry. Then there's Bradley. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. Now here's DiVincenzo. It's Giannis with the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
Curry against DiVincenzo. Curry passes to Bradley. Curry kicks to Harris. It's deflected. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Back to Curry. The rebound by Brook Lopez. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
Outside for Curry. Outside, Simmons. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Bradley. Curry outside. The rebound by Holiday. So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the Washington Wizards. And it's Giannis missing. And now it's Bradley running. He can go all the way. Finished off the break.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Holiday dishes to Giannis. And so just over a minute and a half played. Here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
The big fella with the big finish. Lopez rocking that rim.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Up again, and it's Bradley on the follow. Bradley's got his second bucket tonight.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
Now here's Middleton. He had 16 points in the win against Washington. Second shot opportunity, and the nice bucket inside from Lopez.
Because of that big body and 7-foot frame, Lopez a handful to keep off the glass.
Curry passes to Bradley. Off the left rim and out. Milwaukee leading by 4. Here's DiVincenzo. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Bradley. Korkmaz comes in for Green. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Curry. And Maxey's subbed in for Ben Simmons. Bobby Portis is checked in for Milwaukee. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Antetokounmpo, following the basket by Dwight Howard. That one falls. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Tobias Harris. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bucks.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Mike Scott comes in for Harris. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Korkmaz. Milwaukee also making some changes. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bryn Forbes comes in for Chris Middleton. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. And here are the 76ers now, following the bucket by the Bucks. And that one's good. Maxey.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And Forbes has it in the corner. Fires from deep. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Maxey. The kick out to Scott. Thybulle on the wing. Here's Howard. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Such a great rebounder. Athleticism and length. Dwight Howard knows how to use those gifts that he possesses.
Augustine looking around. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Bucks lead by 3. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Mike Scott out there with Howard. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Maxey in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Green, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Ben Simmons comes in for Maxey. The Bucks also with the sub. Brook Lopez is checked in for Pat Connaughton.
You know what? Still a consistent double-double threat every game is Howard, wanting to prove how valuable he is.
Here's Forbes, and he uses the glass on the layup.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Ben Simmons.
With Simmons, the closer, the better. I mean, he's confident from this area of the floor.
Here's Augustine. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Tony Bradley's checked in for Dwight Howard. The Bucks also changing it up. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Holiday in for Augustine. Here's Simmons. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Double team on Holiday. And stolen by Simmons. Up the floor. And he hits it to tie the game up. Simmons got 6 points in the quarter.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. Defended by Thybulle. To the inside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Monday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. And then on Wednesday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And for that game against the Spurs, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Tobias Harris is checked in for Scott. Korkmaz comes in for Danny Green. And Curry subbed in for Matisse Thybulle. Passes it to Portis. And stolen by Simmons. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got his first points of the night. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Philadelphia?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Now the 76ers on the break. Curry leading the charge. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Craig kicks to Holiday. Inside. Here's Lopez. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Watch out below when Middleton rises up like that. Remarkable at punching it down on him.
Wilton the pass to Bradley. Lays it up off the glass. Bradley's got 6 points.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Antetokounmpo is just a blur. I mean, I don't know how a 7-foot guy with that wingspan and all legs and arms can be a blur, but man, he's like a lightning bolt when he gets room to roll to the basket.
Outside for Curry. The three-pointer, no good.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The 76ers trail by 3. Milton finds Curry. Pass to Bradley. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
A precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. That 3 off the mark. And some good action through the first 2. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. And he might not get all the attention, but you talk about smooth scoring wings in this league, fellas. And that'll do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We have seen an exceptional performance from Dwight Howard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the center position.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother Thanasis had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Antetokounmpo kicks to DiVincenzo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Middleton for 3, and it's Bradley with the rebound. Bradley's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Tony Bradley. Scott comes in for Tobias Harris. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Seth Curry. And Maxey's subbed in for Ben Simmons. The Bucks also changing it up. Bobby Portis is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Bryn Forbes comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Dante DiVincenzo.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Thybulle. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Hey, you know, in the age of analytics, there's a ton of talk about player efficiency these days. And as we can see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight, his efficiency, extraordinary.
Back to Thybulle. That one goes in. Thybulle's got 4 points in the quarter.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Outside Holiday. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Dwight Howard. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue, and quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV Center. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
The 76ers trail by 4. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And it's Harris off the drive. Lopez with the block.
You could see Lopez tracking that shot the whole way. Nice awareness from him and a terrific rejection as well.
Here's Curry. That one doesn't drop. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. And stolen by Simmons. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Simmons putting his outstanding athleticism to use on that drive. A remarkable penetrator who knows exactly how to carve up the defense.
Guarded by Curry. Pass to Wilson. And he dumps it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
To the wing on the left. Augustine against Simmons. Augustine passes to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
And Augustine has run the pick and roll countless times. I mean, he's very comfortable threading the needle in these sets.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And it's good, 2 points. Simmons got 14 points for the game.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
Augustine with it. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. From downtown, dishes to Forbes. Here's Lopez, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Simmons is out there with Korkmaz. Then there's Howard. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Maxey in at the point. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
The slashability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive, cutting mentality.
Lopez right side. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And it's off from three-point range. Simmons inside. Defended by Middleton. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 12 points here in the second half. Right side Holiday. Down low. And the dunk by Lopez.
Nice job that time. Really an excellent job from Lopez to find the right angle to get the feed off the pick and roll.
Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Here's Holiday, and he banks in the layup.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
To the wing right side, taken away by Holiday. Here we go, one-on-one. For three, Middleton. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
That one goes. Count it.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Middleton outside. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Some changes for Philadelphia. Tony Bradley comes in for Dwight Howard. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Ben Simmons. And then for Milwaukee, Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. And Giannis Antetokounmpo is subbed in for Pat Connaughton.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
Here's Korkmaz, covered by Giannis. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. For three, Middleton. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And now a 7-point Milwaukee lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Milwaukee.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee, and an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Tobias Harris is checked in for Furkan Korkmaz. Green comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Antetokounmpo score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of game. Really like how Simmons commands the ball, especially in key moments.
Simmons against Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
With experience, skill, and ability, Holiday makes for the perfect go-to scoring option.
Curry against DiVincenzo. Bradley kicks to Simmons. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Hey, it's clear. Simmons is a very gifted player, somebody who is mentally strong in these situations and takes the challenge on head first.
There's the lob to Portis. Here's Simmons. .40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And Holiday with a clear path to the hoop. Middleton outside. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by Harris.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
Here's Milwaukee now. 3-point lead. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Middleton looking it over. From deep three-point range, misses. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Welcome to NBA 2K TV. I'm Chris Manning, and I'm joining all of you from our 2K Virtual HQ.
And I'm Alexis Morgan, joining you from Atlanta, where I've been checking out All-Star events, and I'm just wrapping up All-Star Weekend.
It has been an absolutely packed weekend, including the 2K21 My Team Unlimited $250,000 tournament champion being crowned.
Yes.
Coming right up, the Hawks taking on. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the D8.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David Banks. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the back. Tony Snell is out there with John Collins. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the small forward position. And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Antetokounmpo dishes to Holiday. 6 to shoot. Collins with some nice D. So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against the Washington Wizards.
And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Basket counts.
Pretty good body control from the big man as Collins stays focused on the rim.
Holiday looking over the floor. Middleton left side. Outside, Antetokounmpo. It doesn't go for him. Collins with some nice D. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. Here's Capella. Lopez with the block.
This defense gets a lot scarier when Lopez is blocking shots.
DiVincenzo kicks to Lopez. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Right, you know the Hawks believed in Trae Young on draft day. They made the trade for him and gave up a chance at Doncic.
Well, I don't look at it like that, Kevin. I look at it like Atlanta got their guy. It's not about who else was on the board. It's the fact that they could get their #1 choice, and that was Trae Young.
Middleton for 3.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
Collins passes to Capella. Back to Collins. Kicks it to Young. The rebound by the Bucks.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Against Washington, he was really on his game. Stolen by Collins. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks.
And the scoring is one thing, but Young's ability to set his teammates up, just as important.
Now here's DiVincenzo. coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Here's Antetokounmpo, makes it off the glass. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Holiday gets the bucket.
Flawless pick and roll motion there, executed to perfection by Drew Holiday.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And really a blowout win like that against a team a lot of people feel is one of the elites shows you the potential this group has.
And it's put back up and in by Capella.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Antetokounmpo finds DiVincenzo. And here is Lopez. And it's in there.
Lopez close up and gets it done.
Here's Young. He has 6. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Count that one.
Such a smart offensive play right there. When Holiday sees that chance open up right there, he's all over.
Bounce pass Young. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Giannis outside. Passes it to Lopez. Back to Antetokounmpo. Over Collins. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, Antetokounmpo does such a great job of using all he has at his disposal, which is mostly his frame in drawing contact.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. We've got Solomon Hill, Bogdanovich out there with Okongwu, and it's Fernando in at the 4. And Augustine kicks to Forbes. There's the 3. Mays with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Fernando. To the paint. Here's Okongwu. It's deflected. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Augustine. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Portis, the pass to Forbes. Portis kicks to Forbes. From deep. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
The Hawks making a switch here. Gallinari's checked in. Gallinari on the wing. Pass to Fernando. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. The Hawks working the ball around, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Bucks trail by 6. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Portis, the pass to Augustine. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And all you need to do is see his free throw percentage, guys. 90 for the season to know what kind of year he's having.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for DJ Wilson. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. Here is Forbes following the bucket by the Hawks. There's the lob to the hoop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Fernando. Greg, too early to start talking about MVP for this year or mid-season?
You know, we've gotten to a point now where we start talking MVP the start of the season. You know,
yeah, right.
People just love to talk sports at this point, especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual awards out there. I think you can make a case and sway some opinions with your play this time of year, but I like to let it all play out before I start focusing on that.
Things can change in a hurry, can't they, in a season?
Yes,
like
they
can. Like you say, let it play out. Forbes. And the Bucks miss again.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The Hawks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
His versatility, at least for Gallinari, is something that's so important for coaches to utilize. He's capable of stretching the floor the way he shoots it.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for Torrey Craig. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes.
Giannis bringing it down, using that sensational length to get that finish.
Here's Herter. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
Shooters tend to be hungry, but this time Herter finds an open teammate.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Middleton with it. He had 16 points in the win against the Wizards in Washington. Middleton on the wing. Shot clock at 2. Jacks up a 3. Cans it from downtown. Middleton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now Collins. He had 22 points in the win against Cleveland. And finished off by Collins.
Trying to establish more and more confidence in his game offensively. John Collins looking cozy.
And there's the pass to DiVincenzo. Floats it up for Giannis. Passes to Middleton. Launches a 3, and another 3 for Milwaukee.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Outside Collins. Here's Herter. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Capella against Giannis. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. He kicks it to Holiday. Back to Antetokounmpo. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Attitude that they came out with today.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5, down low. Young inside, guarded by Holiday.
That's Trae Young's role out there to score and score often.
Bucks trail by 6.
And Bones, with that Clint Capella trade last year to the Hawks, a bit of a surprise to many, but the Hawks were able to land a young and talented center.
And maybe GA the perfect fit for how it is that their team is constructed around Trae Young. Capella's going to be that pick and roll option, can finish above the rim, and is a good defender to protect the guys on the defensive end.
It's his first trip to the line.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector.
Middleton dishes to Giannis. Middleton outside. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Middleton's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, Middleton hovers around that 40% mark from downtown in his career. It's a good-looking shot there.
Knocked away. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. Bogdanovich passes to Capella. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And here's Augustine. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Giannis is double. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 10 points in the game.
Just all the physical advantages that Giannis has really present a tough challenge for the defense down there.
Now, here is Young. He's got 10, and that one good.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
And Augustine kicks to Craig. Back to Augustine. Outside Portis. Lets the three fly. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Capella. Gallinari comes in for Okongwu. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Bogdanovich.
And that's in the gym range, Kev. He can pull up and knock it down from anywhere.
A minute 50 left in the third. Rondo's shot is good.
And you get into the painted area. Rondo's got great touch on the inside.
Augustine with it. Pass to Portis. Now Augustine. Here's Forbes. And a miss there on the triple. And here's the fast break. Gallinari leading the way. Young pass to Fernando. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists now in this one. And Augustine kicks to Connaughton. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Connaughton's got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Young pass to Fernando. Hawks passing it around. Young against Augustine. The Bucks have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here is Forbes, defended by Young. Here's Augustine, and he uses the glass on the layup. Augustine's got the lead up to 2 now for the Bucks.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Count it.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Augustine dishes to Forbes. To the inside. Ball's knocked loose. Got it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Tie game in Milwaukee. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
You're good, right here. Come on.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Atlanta. 4th quarter on the court for the Hawks. Hill is out there with John Collins. That's Rajon Rondo, and it's Herter in a shooting guard. Rondo kicks to Hill. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Herter, and it's sent back by Lopez. Outside Holiday. Dishes it to Lopez. Back to Holiday. Middleton outside. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Middleton's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Milwaukee. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Rondo passes to Herter. From past the arc, and the 3 ball is good. Herter's got his first 3 points of the game.
Shot preparation is fantastic as Herter's able to get his feet set that time.
DiVincenzo finds Lopez. Middleton outside. To the middle. Lopez inside, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
The Bucks making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in, and the Hawks making a change here as well. Bogdanovich is checked in. Pass to Fernando. Back to Bogdanovich. Here's Fernando, guarded by Holiday, and that one is good.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
Holiday dishes to Giannis. And Holiday kicks to Middleton. Shoots the 3. They get it back. Here's DiVincenzo. Inside, here's Giannis. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Hawks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Bogdanovich passes to Hill. Poked away, stolen by Middleton. all alone, throws down off the coast-to-coast drive.
Chris Middleton has been waiting for moments like that.
Holiday against Bogdanovich. Kicks it out to Collins. Fernando, the pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Fernando. Another shot, 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, beyond the physical stuff, what I like about Giannis right now is the feel for the game. That time, great timing defensively.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Hawks making a change here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Okongwu comes in for John Collins. Molinari, he's checked in for Solomon Hill. And Trae Young subbed in for Kevin Huerter. Atlanta making a switch here. Snell's checked in. 1:19 left in the game. The Hawks trailing. Young inside. Defended by DiVincenzo. Here's Okongwu. Milwaukee with the rebound. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
Now we can talk about it over and over again. Antetokounmpo combines size and versatility in ways we just haven't seen, at least up until the Greek Freak's arrival.
And the Bucks making a change here. Forbes checked in. Outside Holiday. Here's Giannis.
Oh, wow! Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
Now I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Here's Young. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Drawing the foul down low. Trae Young earning that trip to the line.
Gets the first. That narrows the gap to 1. And so Young nails them both.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Holiday with it. Okongwu covering. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Young looking it over. Here is Forbes. To the inside. Ooh, offline. And Giannis throws it down.
Big time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
Huge free throws, bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3-ball.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You can bet that's what they're looking for this late in the game. They need that 3.
And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. See the stat sheet here for Tobias Harris.
And the one thing that he'll be looking to change is the downturn in his three-point percentage. It's taken a hit here the last 10 games. I know he's putting in extra work to get that rhythm back.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the back. Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Snell in at the 3 slot. And for the 76ers, Green is out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then there's Bradley, and it's Curry in at the 2 spot. Greg, coming out of the All-Star break, a couple teams have really turned up the intensity, haven't they?
Playoff seedings are in sight, Kev, and no doubt this is a crucial stretch of the season, especially for teams that will be on the bubble.
Atlanta making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Here's Bogdanovich after the Sixers pick up 2. Here's Herter. Kept alive. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And the massive wingspan of Capella, I mean, excels at using it to gobble up misses at a high rate.
Simmons looking around. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Harris. 23 points for him the last game against San Antonio.
Yeah, and his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
Shot clock at 3. And here's Simmons for 3. Rebound by the Hawks.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the dunk by Capella.
Well, we won't see Capella try to hit threes. I mean, Clint's a center who knows his role. Just rock the rim.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Bradley can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Collins wide open. He fires. It's good on the putback.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The shot by Curry, no good. The Hawks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter.
Yeah, he's a nice pay raise this summer for Bogdan Bogdanovic. I mean, wings of his skill level, highly valued in today's game.
Ooh, and I hope he didn't hurt his neck because that was one nasty head fake.
Yeah, the defender bought it all the way, didn't he? And so here is Philadelphia. After the basket by Atlanta, Simmons dishes to Bradley. They kick it out to Green. Can they get it? And Simmons with the lay-in.
And Bogdanovic coming off the largest rookie deal in terms of average annual value in NBA history, that 3-year, $27 million deal.
Well, after 5 years playing in the EuroLeague, he was able to negotiate that rookie deal with the Kings and not headed back to Europe anytime soon. No question, he's an NBA player.
Bogdanovic passes to Snell for 3. No good on the shot. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Well, nowadays, the three-point shot is huge. They were on fire from outside.
Now here's Curry. He just worked San Antonio in that last game. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Herter passes to Bogdanovic, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And you can see the comfortable level Bogdanovic has. I mean, close to the rim, he knows he has the touch.
And the officials have called the illegal screen right there. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at the 76ers. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, Atlanta, 8 games out.
And I think for the 76ers, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
They had a plan coming into the year. I mean, they stuck to it, and it's worked to perfection.
To the paint, deflects the pass. Howard finds Simmons. Capella inside. Simmons is there. Outside Bogdanovic. Outside Collins. Right wing. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Launches it. Ben Simmons with the rebound. And so Curry will bring it up for the 76ers. It's a 10-point game. Fast break, the Hawks. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bogdanovic, no luck. Philadelphia has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Green kicks to Harris. Down low. Back to Howard. Rebounded by Capella. Bogdanovic left side. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Hawks. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny that played.
For me, it comes with...
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the 76ers. They've got Shake Milton. Korkmaz is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Maxey. And it's Howard in at the center. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Young in Atlanta again with the bucket.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Hawks leading by 12. Young with the ball. A 14-point game for him in the win against Cleveland.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous.
Now, here's Capella. Young pass to Herter. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter.
And Dwight Howard, you know, not the same 35-minute-a-game player he once was, but I tell you what, when he's on the floor, he can still be every bit as effective.
Yeah, Howard can bully teams that go small against him. I mean, he provides a big body to deal with other strong centers. I mean, he also gives the team some great flexibility with how they match up.
Good on the shot.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
It's Scott on the wing. Now, here's Maxey, defended by Young. The 9-foot shot. Good on the jump shot. Young's got the lead up to 14 now for the Hawks.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
And here's Maxey. Scott finds Howard. And here's Maxey. Back to Howard. And he gets it to go. Howard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Love the focus from Howard. So excellent at draining difficult shots over the defense.
Now, here is Young. He's guarded closely. And the shot goes in. Young's got 8 points.
Oh, he's perfect from the field this quarter. He's giving them the fits out there.
Outside, Scott. On the wing, Milton. Tries from 7. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Hawks leading by 14. Yep, that one goes in there.
Oh, the touch, the timing. Bogdanovich loves catching the defense by surprise with the shot off the pass.
Milton the pass to Howard. Knocked loose. Here's Young. Offensive rebound. Here's Collins. Count the basket. Collins has got his first 2 points.
Becoming a true force on the offensive glass. Love how hard Collins goes after those second chance opportunities.
Now here's Milton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Misses the 3. For Atlanta, they've gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Goes back up. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Back to Collins. Clock at 4. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Capella with the bucket.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Howard. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 6.
Oh, that's just too much strength from Howard. A little contact doesn't bother him in the least.
Now, here is Young. And it's good for 2. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Clint Capella putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points, 6 rebounds, and that.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Clint Capella has been sensational.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
On the court right now for the Hawks, they've got Gallinari. Young is out there with Tony Snell. And there's Hill. And it's Okongwu in at the 5.
A problem inside. That's what he is. Once Simmons gets the ball in the positioning that he wants, he goes for the throwdown.
It's Young on the wing, guarded by Simmons. It's stolen by Curry. Fast break, Philadelphia. And then Simmons slams it in.
How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta.
And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
Now, here is Young. He's got 10. Shot clock at 5. Hill passes to Okongwu. Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Green. Curry dishes to Harris. Can't connect from short range.
And C-Webb, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, G.A. Great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease.
The 76ers making a switch here. Eibel's checked in. And a change for the Hawks. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Tony Snell. The 76ers trail by 19. Outside, Simmons. Left side, Bradley shoots from 12, and he knocks down the jumper.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
Here's Young, providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night. Out to Gallinari. Pass to Okongwu. The shot's good. Okongwu's now got 5 points in the quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Simmons against Bogdanovich. And it's Simmons penetrating. And it's Bradley. That time on the assist by Simmons.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Young against Simmons. Young inside. 10 points for him. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. It's blocked, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the 76ers with some changes. Korkmaz checked in for Tobias Harris. Shake Milton comes in for Danny Green. And Maxey subbed in for Simmons. And then for Atlanta, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Tony Snell comes in for Trae Young. And Kevin Herter subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Here's Herter. 1:19 left in the third. Back to Capella. Second chance shot. The kick out to Hill, to the paint. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Herter passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Capella has a nice array of moves and shots to choose from.
54 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Korkmaz. Gallinari covering. Bradley. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other five in the league.
Here's Herter. Out to the right wing. A three ball. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for Maxey. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Atlanta. John Collins comes in for Hill. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Herter passes to Snell. Collins up top. Defended by Thibault. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
9 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now Milton. And Capella sends it back. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Bradley. Shake Milton is out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Thibault in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Capella, the pass to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Oh, nice to see Capella find the open teammate as he continues to develop his ability to create for others.
On the wing, Harris. Now, here's Milton. He's covered closely. Thibault with the ball. It's stolen by Capella. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Curry with the steal. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the 76ers. Green comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And Simmons subbed in for Shake Milton. Young's checked in for the Hawks. Bogdanovic comes in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Curry after the basket by Atlanta. It's stolen by Capella. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. Finished off the break.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Curry to the inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Clint Capella.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Up top, Simmons. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And Capella sends it back. And he recovers it. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And now here comes Young leading the break. Collins. And Collins is right there. Collins has got 4 points in the quarter.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Simmons passes to Brandon. Misses the baby hook.
That's the only way to hold him in check. He's got it inside. You got to have a body on him right away.
We know the NBA is looking to get rid of the one-and-done rule pretty soon. Adam Silver, Greg, saying he thinks the league can create a better system. Do you think so?
I think they can create a better system for some. I think the growth of the G League, no doubt, is instrumental in that new system. Now these young rookies can get the playing time in lower tier pro games as they continue to develop. But I think still the collegiate game plays a significant role. The experience of going to college, even for a year, can be invaluable.
There are pros both ways, college or the G League. Agreed?
I do. I'm just glad it's not a one-size-fits-all proposition. Now you have the option. Not every kid wants to go to college and have that experience.
And Atlanta has possession. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Outside Hill. He feeds it to Okongwu. Kicks it out to Collins. Just 4 to shoot. And no good. Bradley with some nice D. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Curry. Mays with the rebound. The Hawks have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Green. Harris with it. Now defended by Goodwin. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Curry passes to Brantley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree. Inside. Outside for Curry. Clock at 2. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Now, here is Young. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Banked in off the glass.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
would you like to dunk on next?
I remember last time, before the season, I said I wanted to dunk on Al, because Al, he was a teammate of mine. And I did. I dunked on him last time we played Philly at home. I don't want to dunk on Baines. That might not end well. He's a lot bigger than me. I want to dunk on Taco. That's what I want to dunk on. I want to dunk on Taco.
Man, that's going to be a high dunk.
I'm gonna catch him slip.
That's a look at our setting tonight. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Tobias Harris. Ben Simmons is out there with Curry. Then there's Bradley, and it's Green in at the 3 spot. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5. Now here's Antetokounmpo.
Absolutely awesome to watch Antetokounmpo rise up for these throwdowns. I mean, it's really quite easy for him.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
Middleton with it. Now Green defending.
Boy, that was a nice leak out by Middleton. Took advantage of his quickness there.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 4-point game. Bradley trying to break free. A nice shot by Simmons. Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. Some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. Curry passes to Bradley. Curry looking it over. They kick it out to Green. Back to Curry. Outside, Simmons. Clock at 6. The 76ers need to get off a shot.
And Lopez, with his size, is so good at just taking away space at the defensive end.
Here's Giannis. Misses from short range.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
Boy, not the kind of start they wanted. Only 1 for 4 so far.
Curry with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And Bradley gets it to go on the assist from Green.
Yeah, they call him Dancing Danny Green, and you can see why. Excellent offensive instincts there.
It's stolen by Bradley. And now the 76ers on the break. Green with the ball, and it's sent back by Lopez. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. And some changes here for the 76ers. Howard's checked in for Bradley. And it's Shake Milton in for Curry. And stolen by Harris. Here's Howard. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And Holiday, here we go. Rebound by the 76ers. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Portis, who's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. Here's Portis, an easy 2 points on the layup. How about the All-Star break behind us, Clark? Where are you mentally as a player right now?
Yeah, I think most guys want to hit a reset, to restart, to refocus, to target how to finish the rest of the season well, individually and from a team standpoint. And the focus for teams that are going to be playoff bound is how do we continue to move towards playing our best basketball. You know what? Still a consistent double-double threat every game is Howard, wanting to prove how valuable he is.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for the 76ers. Here's Connaughton, an 11-point game for him in the win against the Wizards in Washington. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Maxey.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
To the middle, here's Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
To me, this is Howard's specialty. This is his bread and butter thing here. We all know this guy loves to throw it down whenever he can, and he's pretty good at it.
Now here is Augustine. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Thibault. It's a 5-point game. Maxey passes to Howard. Good D by Lopez.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Augustine with it, and it's Howard picking him up. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Dwight Howard.
You know, no reason to really jump at that one, guys, but give credit to Augustine because he completely fooled the defender there.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Forbes checked in.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
To the paint. Here's Howard. Offensive rebound. He drains it from the right block. Howard's got his second bucket.
Boy, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the board because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
And Augustine kicks to Craig. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. There's 10 seconds left in the first. Here's Thibault. Great D that time from Portis. Got it off in time. That shot no good. And so the first quarter is in the books. Bucks lead by 5. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Mike's got out there with Bradley. Then it's Curry. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Korkmaz in small forward. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. Giannis has got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks.
And Antetokounmpo is really an absolute terror in the open floor. I mean, love seeing a guy his size run the floor the way he does. Wow, impressive.
Offensive rebound, Bradley. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor.
Another rebound hauled in. They're You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
Now, here's Scott. No points in the game yet for him. 6 to shoot. Back to Korkmaz. He feeds it to Bradley. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. A different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton's checked in for Bobby Portis. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Torrey Craig. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Tobias Harris is checked in for Scott. Green comes in for Korkmaz. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Ben Simmons in for Seth Curry. And he comes up with the deuce.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Milton. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around.
So it's the Bucks now after the Sixers pick up 2. Middleton dishes to Holiday. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Ben Simmons. The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, Who do you think's going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Now here's Simmons. That shot misses. Good D by Lopez. And it's the Bucks on the break. Holiday against Simmons. Back to Giannis. Lays it up and banks it in. Giannis has got 10 points in the quarter.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. DJ Augustine's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And then for Philadelphia, Howard comes in for Tony Bradley. And Maxey subbed in for Shake Milton. Bucks leading by 13. Bounce pass, Lopez. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Middleton for three. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Giannis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Philadelphia also making some changes. Korkmaz checked in for Tobias Harris. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Green.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
With the tip, and Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got 6.
Such a great rebounder, athleticism and length. Dwight Howard knows how to use those gifts that he possesses.
DiVincenzo kicks to Holiday. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Guarded by Simmons. Simmons against Antetokounmpo. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And an intentional foul right there. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here. That's good from Simmons.
You know, you look at Ben Simmons, and the thing that jumps out to me is his all-around game. I mean, it's absolutely terrific. He's a stat sheet stuffer, supreme.
And Simmons slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points. And
we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Giannis, no good. And it's Bradley with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 9 points. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Here's Simmons. He's got 7. And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons is driving inside. I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Trying to find Curry. He's got it now. Simmons with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Lopez with the block.
Great timing on Lopez's part there to swat down that attempt.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Middleton. That one misses. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Curry finds Bradley. Looking to end his cold spell. No good that time. Great D that time for Middleton.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis has checked in for Lopez. Torrey Craig comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Scotty's checked in for the 76ers. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control, even when facing physical contact.
And stolen by Simmons. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Curry.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And it's blocked by Scott. An even 3-on-3 break. And Simmons slams it in.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Passes it to Craig. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 12-4 run. Curry dishes to Scott. The rebound by the Bucks. At one point, they led by 16.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Milwaukee. Some changes for Philadelphia.
Middleton is most known, quite honestly, for his scoring ability. He's a sniper from outside that you can't afford to lose contact with.
And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Here's Korkmaz, defended by Middleton. Howard can't hit.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Portis kicks to Middleton. 29 seconds left in the third quarter.
I think Middleton is absolutely dynamic and when he's involved in the pick and roll. He's really skilled at his decision making. He knows when to pass and when to shoot.
And it's Howard finishing it off.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And Augustine kicks to Portis. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And the Bucks lead by 6.
You know, that kind of unselfishness, guys, from Augustine is really infectious, especially when it's coming from your point guard.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Milwaukee on top, up 6. And we'll get... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, we've got Ben Simmons. Tobias Harris is out there with Green. Then there's Bradley, and it's Curry in at the two-guard spot.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Tipped away. Curry with the steal. And now it's Bradley running. He can go all the way. The feed to Curry. And he makes that one.
He's becoming more comfortable in tight. Seth Curry is good at picking his spots from this area.
Holiday against Simmons. Now here is Holiday. He's guarded closely. Lopez, no luck. The 76ers trail by 6. And the wide open shot from Green. Drops in the tray.
And Green is a world-class sniper. Laser, an excellent shooter. Great at getting his puppy set on these shots from deep.
Antetokounmpo inside. Harris is there. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Curry is inside. Defended by DiVincenzo. And the basket by Curry.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half, but he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Bradley against Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And I tell you, it's ridiculous how much space Antetokounmpo covers in just 2 strides. I mean, the way he handles himself going to the basket, man, it is one sight to see.
Simmons can't get it to go. Bucks leading by 5. Antetokounmpo finds Middleton. Boom, he jams it straight down.
I think Middleton wants to send a message with his dunk. I mean, when he's sprinting to the hole like that, you need to just get out of the way.
They double-team Curry. The drive by Simmons. Banked in off the glass.
Really like how Simmons commands the ball, especially in key moments.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Middleton against Green. And Middleton kicks to Lopez. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, his build and skill set are both platinum level. And he knows how to kick his game up a gear, too.
And Simmons slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And, you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team. It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
The drive by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons putting his outstanding athleticism to use on that drive. A remarkable penetrator who knows exactly how to carve up the defense.
Outside Holiday. To the inside. It's stolen by Bradley. Now the 76ers on the break. And the rejection by Giannis. 58 seconds left in the fourth.
You know, he attracts a lot of attention, and Lopez making the most of it there to set his teammate up with an open look.
Simmons passes to Bradley. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Oh, what a play!
Hey, when the game is tight and snug, Simmons rises to the occasion, effortlessly capitalizing when his team desperately needs him to do so.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Bryn Forbes comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. The 76ers also with a sub. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Shake Milton. The shot's good from Forbes. And the Bucks lead by 8.
And as a spot-up shooter, guys, Forbes is right there amongst the best in the league, and his movement is what separates him from many. And he gets those chances, he'll convert.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
And Green puts up a deep 3. It's off. And so the Bucks take the win. They didn't make it. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony.
NBA bubble, I know a lot of players took their consoles to the bubble. Did you? And did you spend a lot of your spare time on the sticks?
Yeah, everybody took their game system. Especially at first, we had so much free time. As you can imagine, doing the same thing every day for 82 days, I counted. So yeah, it was a lot of video games being played, a lot of 2K, especially that first 2 days we were in quarantine,
Let's meet Jordan Murdoch from Atlanta. And small forward.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. And for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Snell in at the 3 spot. Now Middleton, after the missed 3 from Trae Young. He gets that one. Greg, the 2 words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple of things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
They bring up some great points. Pull up Jay. Tries again. And it's Capella missing.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
For 3, Middleton. Antetokounmpo looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Right wing. Lets it go with a 3. Can't hit that one. The Bucks go the other way with it. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the 2 teams.
And you know this, what you do on the backboard may not completely win or lose a game, but it can tip the scale in one team's favor.
Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. In the corner, Herter with it. Kicks it out to Collins. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
I mean, he only attempted just 1 3-pointer in college. Collins has surprised the NBA with his consistency from range.
Now here's Giannis. Against Washington, he was really on his game. Holiday, the pass to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Young looking it over. Lopez with the block.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Antetokounmpo against Collins. Here's Lopez. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Can't let Lopez get comfortable down low. The second he does, there's no stopping.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Young, good. The Bucks trail. Holiday finds Lopez. Now DiVincenzo. Now here's Middleton. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Wizards in Washington. Lopez dishes to Holiday. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I know this coaching staff loves seeing Lopez play a physical brand of basketball, even if it means he has to take a few knocks here and there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Collins. Molinari comes in for Tony Snell. Bogdanovich is checked in for Kevin Huerter. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Trae Young. And it's Rondo in the corner. No good from outside. The Bucks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Connaughton kicks to Lopez. Here's Connaughton. An 11-point game for him in the win against Washington. Pass to Augustine. There's the lob to Portis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Bobby Portis rolling off that pick, going downhill. Once he gets moving, it's hard to slow him down.
And here's Rondo. Now the pass to Capella. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. Tie game in Atlanta. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
On the court for the Bucks, we've got DJ Augustine, and it's Portis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Rondo against Augustine. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
2 of Rondo's greatest assets. Very strong for his size and very comfortable operating in the paint.
Here's Connaughton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Gallinari with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Bogdanovich. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Here's Augustine. It's rebounded by Rondo. The Hawks leading, and they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control. And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oop.
Here's Augustine. Here's Forbes. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. The Hawks making a switch here. Fernando's checked in. Milwaukee also making some changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Torrey Craig. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Augustine. Bucks trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. Pass
to Forbes. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on it. Bogdanovich inside, defended by DiVincenzo. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. 4-point game. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Middleton can't get it to go. For Atlanta, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And Middleton with the block. They could use a bucket, and Holiday throws it down.
Showing off the power there. Holiday likes to attack and comes at it with a lot of force.
And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career, much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
Middleton outside. The tray. Rebound by the Hawks. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Gallinari. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Gallinari's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hawks.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to him here early, and they are clicking in transition.
Here's Holiday, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
He's able to shift gears in an instant. Hard to stay in front of Holiday on the drive.
To the left wing. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. John Collins, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Tony Snell comes in for Okongwu. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Young is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Lopez is checked in. Shot by Collins, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Giannis, and it's all evened up. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the game.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Tie game.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed a competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on level. And that's a wrap.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Holiday with it, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Hawks, Young and Huerter make up the backcourt. John Collins is out there with Tony Snell, and it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. 4 on the clock. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Middleton's got the first bucket of the third here for the Bucks. Young with no one around. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Giannis passes to Middleton. Back to Giannis. Kicks it down to Middleton. Fires the three. Rebound, Atlanta.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Holiday dishes to Giannis. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
That's just being out of sync, and at the worst time, costly.
And the Bucks with some changes. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Here's Young. And Lopez pulls it down.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here is Forbes. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Lopez. This one for 3. The shot's good from Forbes. And the Bucks lead by 4.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Lopez with the block.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up. They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Connaughton passes to Craig. Giannis outside. No good on that one. Collins with some nice D. The Hawks trail by 4.
And out of New Mexico, Tony Snell has made himself into a capable long-range marksman.
Yes, he's a guy who plays within himself, GA, stays in his lane, and knocks down perimeter shots.
The shot's good from Forbes. Forbes has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Absorbing contact on the shot, Forbes with the concentration to where it doesn't matter.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Alinari comes in for Collins. Bogdanovich is checked in for Tony Snell. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Young. Pass to Okongwu. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Connaughton kicks to Lopez. Here's Craig. No points in the game yet for him. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Hill, he's checked in for Atlanta. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Rondo. Lopez with the bucket.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Rondo looking around. Here's Okongwu. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Okongwu's now got his first points of the game. Here is Forbes. 5 points in the game. Wilson the pass to Forbes. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots. Playing smart with the lead.
He was one of those great summer league stories. Bryn Forbes can get by as a knockdown shooter while still rounding out the rest of his game.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Down low, here's Lopez. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And now it's an 11-point Bucks lead. Now Rondo. The pass to Okongwu. Lopez with the block. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We come back right
defensively. We got to keep these guys.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Hawks trail by 11. On the court for the Bucks, we've got Bobby Portis. Also, Brook Lopez out there. Chris Middleton is out there with DJ Augustine. And it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. Augustine, that's good.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Outside, Bogdanovich. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career, and that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Wow. Collins passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
And Forbes kicks to Augustine. The feed to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Tony Snell's checked in for Gallinari. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogdanovich. Young is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Stolen by Holiday. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back.
Well, you see the value Drew brings on the defensive end. Anticipates well, has the long reach, and very quick hands.
Young against Holiday. Young dishes to Collins. It's Young on the wing. Collins finds Young. Shot clock at 6. Capella, great positioning on the putback.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Dishes to Antetokounmpo. Passes it to Middleton. From the arc. Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Collins. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Pass to Giannis. Feeds it to Lopez. It's good. Lopez has got 9 points now in just the second half.
And really an effective scorer from day one in the association. Lopez's ability to adapt has really kept him relevant.
And Young, here we go. And yes, it's good.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
The Bucks making a switch here. Portis is checked in.
Some players drift in and out of the action. Trey, he's always right in the middle of things.
Holiday against Young. And Holiday kicks to Giannis. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Hawks trail by 11. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Huerter passes to Young. The Hawks again can't hit.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Middleton dishes to Antetokounmpo. Giannis throws it down.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Bucks.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Brook Lopez.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
From deep three-point range, the rebound by Middleton. Off target with that shot. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.